Real talk. As any good ball player will tell you, any good athlete will tell you, keep your eye on the ball. And things are so crazy right now in this country that we have simply taken our eye off the ball. When you look at this government shutdown that, if I understand it correctly, may be coming to an end sometime this week with a deal that's been reached. We've taken our eye off the ball of the important aspects, in my opinion, of what's going on with this shutdown. We've got a president that is parading around and spending and traveling like crazy. Now, folks, I could give a flying fart about a ballroom and how much it costs and who's going to pay for it and all that other good jazz. But it shouldn't be the focus right now. The focus ought to be on getting federal workers back to work and getting them paid. The focus ought to be on making our skies safe to travel. The focus ought to be on making healthcare affordable for the millions of us who pay way too much. I don't care about how many trips the president goes on. I don't care about a ballroom that he's trying to build, because all of that is distractions for what we should be focusing on. We should be negotiating. A key part of government function and democracy is negotiating. Not everybody gets what they want. This flexing the muscles, saying that I'm right and you're wrong and I'm going to hold my ground until you come to my side of it, is so anti-democratic. This gaslighting us into trying to get us to believe that prices are down and affordability is not an issue. We deal with this every single day. Don't let somebody tell you something that you see with your own eyes, and then you start believing it just because you voted for the guy. We've taken our eye off the ball because we allow government racism to run rampant right now. This idea that DEI is the demon and that all things DEI are bad. Are we serious? Are we serious for minorities and women and any other minority group who has been underrepresented in this country to finally get a foot in the door? Not a seat at the table, a foot in the door. See, a seat at the table is gotten by qualifications. In this country, you still have to be the most qualified. But a foot in the door at least gives you an opportunity to present your case. It hasn't happened in this country. And the government wants you to believe that, nope, that's not what DEI means. DEI means hire blacks, hire minorities, hire gays, hire women over anything else. Come on now. That doesn't even make sense. And if you say, well, I know somebody that got a job and he or she wasn't more qualified, then stop it. You're just feeding that narrative. That's not what's happening. It's government racism to get people of color, minorities, to be disinvalued, to have their character assassinated, their qualifications assassinated. A foot in the door is what DEI is supposed to be doing and has been doing. And ever since Trump has come along, it has been dismantled by him and the rest of his homeboys. That's what it's done. Anybody of color, any female, they question their qualifications. Are you what? Some of these people who have multiple degrees and years and tons of experience get disqualified in their eyes because of their race and their gender. And DEI has just simply opened the door and said, no, 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 no. I mean, look at the president's cabinet. One black guy, one black person, one. And he's the Housing and Urban Development Secretary. It's racism. Now, Gillum said, when he debated DeSantis, I believe, he said, I'm not calling you a racist, but the racists believe that you're a racist. Who do the racists support? Government racism is running rampant because we have taken our eye off the ball. We are siding with politics. We are siding with party. We are siding with loyalty. This current administration and this party of power have gotten some of you all to be complicit in what they're doing. And I'm sorry to step on your toes and to call you what it is. But some of you all are complicit in the fleecing and degradation of the poor. This idea that all these government or some of these government programs that help poor people, that help lower income people are being taken advantage of by those very people. It doesn't matter what you hear when you hear people say, hey, I work a full-time job, I work on full-time jobs, I just can't afford it, I need a little. You don't listen to that because this party, this president doesn't promote that stuff. He only talks about, and I said it in another video, the 5% of the people who are taking advantage of it. That not saying any program that's going to happen. But he gets you to focus on the poor who can't defend themselves, who don't have champions, because neither of these parties will go to bat till the end for poor people. The fleecing and degradation of needy people. People who work their butt off and just need an extra hand. I can't tell you how many times I see in the comments, just go to work, get a job, go to work, get a job. It's not that simple. If it was, then problem solved. When wages are too low, that's a problem. Yeah, I went and got a job. It paid $15 an hour and people say, oh, that's a great salary. It's an okay salary. Try raising a family and supporting a household on $15 an hour without some help, without cutting out with the cost of everything. You have millionaires that keep telling you that affordability is not an issue. For them, it is not. Prices are going down for the stuff that they want, probably. We don't buy yachts and helicopters and mansions. For food and gas and energy and all the things that we pay for, prices are not going down. You're complicit in the fleecing and degradation of immigrants. Yeah, violent immigrants, violent illegal immigrants definitely should be kicked out of this country. But that's not who we're focusing on. We're focusing on anybody of brown skin that doesn't speak English. It's the fleecing and degradation of minorities. Nobody goes to bat for them. And then here's some of you are that fits this same category of being poor and low income, of being needy, of being an immigrant or having immigrants in your family, of being a minority, and you stand on the side that continues to tear that very group down. And then they have the audacity to throw around, this is the law and order president. This is the law and order party. You mean the same president that pardoned J6 insurrectionists, that pled guilty, might I add you, that pardoned other criminals who pled guilty, who pardons his friends who have pled guilty, who pardons and commutes sentences of his political friends who have pled and been found guilty. And I'm supposed to believe that this is the law and order president? Keep your eye on the ball, folks. Get out of your political back. Get out of your sides. Get out of your loyalty and stand up for humanity. See, it's only law and order when it comes to immigrants and minorities, government racism. Oh, yeah, we can talk law and order. They're here legally. And every white male senator and House of Representative member that comes on TV says the exact same thing. Scott Jennings on CNN says the exact same thing. Are they illegal? Or when it comes to the poor and minorities, that's the arguing point. But when it comes to the rich and wealthy, when it comes to the well-off, when it comes to the connected, then we don't use those same parameters. The president is a convicted felon. You don't want us to talk about that, though. Okay. Some of his homeboys are convicted felons. We're not supposed to talk about that, though, because all these people are connected. All these people are wealthy. So let's beat up on the ones that need the help. Let's beat up on minorities. Let's beat up on immigrants. Yeah, those are who we should be going after. You kick your eye off the ball, folks. We've taken our eye off the ball. And the government is complicit in that. And they sent out all these minions to preach and talk to us about how these people are the problem. It's a law and order issue when it's Black Lives Matter. It's a law and order issue that you can throw Antifa out there when it's a minority thing. But when it comes to insurrectionists, people who are there to defend what your cause is, it's all peaceful. It's all, come on, doesn't like Donald Trump. He's just got, what do they call it? Trump derangement syndrome. Well, I don't like him, but it's not for the reason you think. It's for what he represents. It's for the double standard, the hypocrisy that he fleeces and throws in our face day in and day out. But we're not supposed to be outraged about that. We're not supposed to care about that. It's for the nonsense, the name calling, the childish behavior that comes from the leader of the free world. And we're supposed to be, okay, well, that's just how Donald Trump is. But anytime somebody else even attempts to go in that direction, how could they say that? How could they be like that? It's the double standard that Charlie Kirk was a great and patriotic person, a devout Christian that simply loved people. And then him, in his own words, tearing people down because either their religious beliefs, the color of their skin, and questioning qualifications. And we're supposed to have a moment of recognition for somebody who's so aggressively, probably passive aggressively, tried to tear us down. That's the reason I could care less about this guy, because he doesn't stand for the people who need him to stand for them. He only stands for the rich and the wealthy and the well-connected and those who support him. But let it be one of us. Let it be one of us. Then there's a talking of holding back government assistance and holding back benefits. What? We're Americans too. And whether or not we voted for you shouldn't matter. Keep your eye on the ball. Stop letting your political alliance influence what's right and what's wrong.